world is running at 20 frames a second. I don't know about the game.
It's not a walkthrough, playthrough, review, anything like that. It's just me playing the game badly so you can see what it looks like. Right then, this is Doom 64 on the Nintendo 64 or N64 if you like. I have never played this. I like Doom. I played Doom on a billion different systems, but never on the N64. So I really don't know what to expect. We're playing it on easy. Brightness, do you know what, it is really bloody dark. And apologies for the glare here. I can't get rid of it. Daylight, it's a thing. My TV, I'm not able to position it perfectly in here. I've got it angled already, but it's not really helping. So here we are. How do we sidestep? Alright, well that's how we change weapon. It's not really what I want. Oops. Come on now. Oh. Obviously I've played this before and know exactly what I'm doing, eh? Want to strafe? Oh, I am. Okay, that'll do then. Oh, excuse me. Can I get back up there? Oh, that's just, I don't like that. I'm totally not used to the N64 controller. Oh, God. Weapon, gimme. So how do I fire? That's how I fire. What was that? I don't think you can see. This game is so dark, it's ridiculous. Alright. No, that's silly. Okay, you got to play this with the D-pad. You cannot do this with the analog stick if you want to be able to strafe left and right. Alright. For those who are unaware and are watching this and thinking, he doesn't know what he's doing, you're absolutely right. That is my thing. I play these things without any instructions, without ever having played them before, and I make a complete prat of myself. That's what's going to happen here. You know. Hold on though. If that's... These controls are stupid. I've got my fingers on my L and R buttons, but the fire button for the weapon is that trigger thing in the middle. I need a third hand. This is stupid, because those, my God, there's no alternative fire button, is there? No. What is that? Is that something? Is that something I can do something with? Okay, there's the button, at least. I found that. Picked up shotgun shells. Yay. I don't honestly think I'm going to be able to play this. Need a blue key. Because how can you strafe left and right in a battle situation? Look, I'm going to have to stick the joypad in front of the camera. Here, look. Strafe left and right as you do when you're in a battle, but the fire button is just there. You can't hold it like that and like that at the same time because you've only got two hands. I know people like this game, they speak very highly of it, but unless I'm missing something critical here, like another control thing that I'm unaware of, this is stupid. Oh God, Look, see? Hand nowhere near the trigger. Finger nowhere near. Oh dear. Yeah. I wasn't holding the trigger because shoulder buttons. Where'd he go? No, he's still up there. I've come back down, haven't I? Have I? I don't know. I don't know what's happening. Stand there, right? No, here we go, here we go. Okay, he's dead. Good. You just keep that up. Stay dead. I guess you just, if you want to strafe, you've got to pick a direction to do it and stick with it, because otherwise you're stuffed. Oh dear. Oh, blue key. Gimme. Is that a thing? Can we do something with that? I don't know what that did. Oh dear. Oh God. Is there, do we have options? We do. Okay. Okay. We can do this. We've got to use the analog. Spending way too much time trying to work out the controls and not nearly enough time playing the game. I've got to recalibrate my brain completely now. Going round in circles, I know. I'm feeling agitated. Oh, what was that? I picked. Is this a thing? I'm pushing down on my analog stick and it seems to, well, it goes click, but you can see how much I've used N64s, because I don't know if that does a thing or not. Certainly on most consoles, modern consoles, it does, but I don't recall the N64 having like the button that you push down on the analog stick doing a thing. Picked up a stim pack, yay. Come on then, where's this here blue door? Here it is. Now, I don't know. That's not it. There we go. Oh dear. Oops. Who's doing that? Go away. Oh, you bugger off. It didn't occur to me that he could shoot through there, because I'm stupid. Don't think my word came out there. My throat's bad. I've got hay fever. That's where we came. Is that where we came in? I think it is. Yeah, probably. Nice noises. Picked up a box of something. I didn't read it in time. It's that thing I was talking about yesterday. The world has a slow frame rate right now. Pyretes, antihistamine. The game itself seems to have a decent frame rate. It's just my brain doesn't. The world is running at 20 frames a second. I don't know about the game. Don't know what that did. Oh, that's what it did. Oh, I could have done without that. Oh God, how many of them are there? Get off me. Oh, wow. I want to say I had a girlfriend once that looked like that, but I didn't. Actually, I'm not going there. Okay then, so that looks like something. Does that do something? Can I stand on it and it'll do something? No? What about that? That did something. What did that do? I didn't do that. I did not step forward. Or, what the hell? I said this was a cheap, crappy joypad, and this is one of those invisible things in here. Yeah. I don't know. Oh, well, this looks different and new, and probably I can't get in there. Gotta be. You see, all of the is it iconography, the designs of the buttons and signs and things, there's a word for that, and I don't actually know that it's iconography, that there is a word, is different to Doom that I'm familiar with. So like that is probably the thing you push to end the level or open something up, and I've got to somehow get a bridge just here, but I don't know what it is I've got to push to do it. There's someone around, I can hear them heavy breathing. And this surely go... Ah, I wonder. There was a thing that I pushed. That? No, it's not that. Oh, go away, you bugger. Where did he come from? Not that, is it? No. Aye, up. Well. So what do we got here? There's a thing. Yeah. That's probably something to do with it. Is it bulletproof vest, armor, something? No, it's... Don't know what it is. Can I get... You see... Oh, I got it. Why did I not fall down there? That did something. Oh dear. That doesn't sound good. Chainsaw, double chainsaw. Oops. We're going up. We've been here before. We've been here before. Pretty sure. Dead geezer up there. We're back in the corridor, aren't we? How do we get to... Oh God. No. What? Come on. Okay. Want to get back to that other place. But I don't remember where it is. Was it this? Don't know, but there's a shotgun. Yeah, I'm pretty lost. And I should use the map, I know. But I don't wanna. Maps are boring. Hello. Oh dear. Here, eat chainsaw. And you. Yeah, ripped your guts out. And him. He's gutless, because they're all over the floor. Health, gimme. What else is in here? What's that? Probably a piece of intestine. More health. Whatever that is. Medkit. Don't think I needed it. Go round in circles. Oh, way up. Exit. Okay, I'm gonna stop there. That is Doom 64. I love Doom. Like normal Doom. This is not normal Doom. This is not the Doom that I know. Yes, it's like a relatively fast and frantic for the time shooter and gore fest and whatever. If it was on a decent joypad, and by decent I mean just conventional, not this weird three-pronged freak of a controller, I would probably enjoy it. If it was on like a normal PlayStation controller, basically, yes, like a twin stick, whatever, I would probably enjoy it. But my brain is not calibrated for this freakish thing. The default setting, like setting 1, was demented. It was ridiculous. It was stupid. Whoever thought of making that the default was just a moron. I'm sorry, but that was idiotically. Words fail me. And that completely spoiled my fun, because I then had to spend like 10 minutes or however long it was faffing about trying to find a control scheme that worked. And the one that I found that did work, I really honestly don't like. So while I'm playing the game, I'm actually brain lag, and not because of the antihistamines, but because I've got to think about what button does what to achieve what it is that I want to achieve, and that can make or break a game. And in this case, for me, it broke it. I don't want to have to think about how it controls. I want to be able to do it instinctively, and with this you just can't. Good game, shit controller. That's really what it comes down to, and that's pretty much it with every single N64 game, and it's probably why I hate the console. I hate the smear vision, I hate the fogging, and I hate the bloody controller. It's a piece of junk, and it's even worse when you've got a third-party thing like this. There you go, rant over. Probably a good game though. No, you can get it on PS4, can't you? I might. I probably won't. Okay, thank you for watching. Hello. Today's question for Q&A is from... Wait, I've got to scroll up. And still scroll... Here we go. Objeez. Link to their channel down there. Quite a bit of scrolling there. That's a very, 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 very long question. And I did actually ask them to reword their question because that was too long. Here's the thing. Referring to the question and how it was written before I actually answer the question or even read the question, I get that when people have a question, frequently they're asking my opinion on a thing, and they have an opinion themselves, and that's normal, and it makes sense to include your opinion with the question. Cool. If that opinion's going to take me 15 minutes to read, I'm not gonna do it. That's where you need to be making a video yourself to express your own opinion and not expecting me to do it for you. So anyway, the short version of the question, and it is a good question, which is why I asked them to reword it and not just say you're having a laugh, is for Q&A. At what point does collecting old retro hardware become kind of obsolete? Now we have MEGA65 and ZX Spectrum Next, etc. Not to mention Raspberry Pi 400. Emulation I know, but it's so cool with Pimiga 1.3, etc. So yeah, there are lots of pieces of hardware now that replicate the gaming experience of retro systems. Lots of them, some doing it more successfully than others. Some will replicate the actual on-screen experience, like if it flickers on the real hardware, it flickers on this thing. FPGA, whatever. They can be very, very accurate, but the actual piece of hardware that you're looking at is a little box or circuit board or something. And then there are other things that look like the original piece of hardware, possibly smaller, but the actual experience is software emulation, and so not 100% accurate. But and then there are some that actually really can be quite accurate. I'm not sure about the ZX Spectrum Next. How accurate is that? And it's still it looks Spectrum-ish. I don't think any of these things make retro collecting, the collecting of retro hardware, obsolete at all, for one really, really simple reason. There is a difference between retro hardware collecting and retro gaming. These new pieces of kit that play retro games, and often really, really well, are fantastic if you're a retro gamer and you want to play those old games on a piece of hardware that isn't likely to go up in smoke or cost you a heck of a lot of money, or both. You know, it's new kit, it's reliable, it makes a fair approximation of playing the games how they used to be, with a lot of added convenience, to be fair. You know, HDMI and whatnot, getting retro hardware to display on a modern TV can be really awkward. So they serve a purpose. I don't know how popular they are, to be honest. I think they're probably quite popular. There's a place for them. They won't, in my opinion, make the collecting of retro hardware obsolete at all, for one simple reason: they're not retro hardware. I have got an Atari 2600 Heavy 6, Sunnyvale Heavy 6er, and that in itself, just those words, to a retro collector who cares about the history of gaming, those words mean something. I've got this console that is over 40 years old. That means something to a retro collector. You can't say that about anything that isn't a Sunnyvale Heavy 6er. It is what it is, and anything that potentially does the same thing but isn't a retro Atari Sunnyvale Heavy 6er, it's not a Sunnyvale Heavy 6er. So, you know, do you get what I mean? It's about the age of the thing. It's about it being the real thing. I've got a Commodore PET sitting over there. It's a Commodore PET. There is a modern machine you can get that will run Commodore PET software. It's a circuit board. I think it's done by the Future is 8-bit. Love the Future is 8-bit stuff. And I love that they're making this piece of hardware that runs... Is it them or is it Timeless Software? They do this thing. It runs PET software. It's like it's a modern remake of a PET on a circuit board. Fantastic. Love it. People can get to enjoy the PET experience on something that is new and reliable and all of that. But it's not a Commodore PET. It's not from like 1970, whatever it is. And for some people, that's the thing that matters. Mine works. Even if it didn't work, I wouldn't throw it away, because it is a thing of beauty, and it's the real thing. It is that old. It's like Stonehenge. I'm not saying the Commodore PET is like Stonehenge, but there is Stonehenge. It's probably not the best example, because that's actually kind of been like renovated and remade. But well, let's presume, if the Victorians hadn't messed about with it, that Stonehenge was in its original form. You could make a replica of it.
I was going to say in Wales, but there are questions that suggest it might have come from there anyway. You can make a remake of it up the road somewhere and say, hey look, we've got a remake of Stonehenge. Maybe it's made of fiberglass. But that ain't a 5,000-year-old monument. Doesn't matter that you don't know how it works anymore, or what it was for, or what it does, or anything. One of them is the real thing and one of them isn't. And that's why retro collecting isn't going to go obsolete. It might become less popular. It might become less about retro gaming, because these things are becoming less reliable. I don't dare turn my BBC Micro on because I need to get it recapped. I've got the original capacitors in there, and I just know the chances of it going up in smoke when I turn it on are pretty high. Need to get that done. But it's going to reach a point where people who've got original retro hardware are not going to be collecting it to play games on. I still do on selected kit that I've got sitting there. But very often if I want to play retro games, and I'm going to do a stream in a minute, and I'm going to be doing it using my Lark box because it's convenient and it's got HDMI out that will go into my capture and I can stream it easily. You know, I will use modern hardware to play retro games because that's retro gaming. But retro collecting, it can be about retro gaming. I think it's going to become less about retro gaming, but I don't think it's going to become obsolete. It's going to be about the historic value and in many cases just the absolute gorgeousness or bizarreness of the hardware. I'm trying to think of a really good example of what the hell is a bizarre. I mean, the Virtual Boy is pretty bizarre, to be honest. That's a strange... I mean, I understand why it looks the way it does, but I don't especially want to play it because it gives me a headache, but I do love to look at it. And I know you can play Virtual Boy games on Oculus Rift now, I believe. But it ain't a Virtual Boy. It is the difference between having the real thing. It's like I was walking through Chesterfield last summer and I saw this car coming towards me that looked an awful lot like a Ferrari Testarossa. And I was thinking, how cool. I'm not actually a fan of the Testarossa, but you just don't see many of them, so I thought, how cool. And then he got closer to me and I realised, hold on a minute, that don't look quite right. It was a very good approximation of what a Testarossa looks like, but it wasn't the real thing. And I went from thinking, wow, how cool, to, that ain't quite so cool, is it? It's novel. I think it's interesting that it exists, but it ain't a Ferrari. That's why retro collecting, retro hardware collecting, won't become obsolete. It will, potentially one type will die out. The people who want to play the games and all they care about is the games, there's new stuff. It's more reliable. It will probably be cheaper. It will be more convenient. But for the people who want that real thing, it's always going to be the same. It's got to be the genuine hardware. Otherwise, it just ain't the genuine hardware. Okay, I think that's done repeating myself repeatedly. Anyone else who's got any questions that they would like answering in a video like this? I was going to say anyone who's got any questions they would like... Jesus Christ. Questions like this that they would like answering, but no, not like that, because that one was like, you could have filled a book with it. Don't do that. Leave your questions in the comments below and begin with for Q&A. So that, why is my camera doing weird stuff? Okay, yeah. Question down there, begin with for Q&A, blah blah blah. Thank you for watching. Watch more. Playlists and stuff. All that good stuff. Did I say thank you for watching? Thank you for watching if I didn't, and if I did, well, thank you for watching. God, shoot me now.
Patreon? That's not even a word. You made it up.